I am here to state the fact that marijuana should be illegal. Marijuana is a very addictive drug. It can be easy pulled in. It can be easy pulled into. Also, it can be easy to get. Hold on. Let me start. All right. Cause my slide keep going down too far. Okay. I here to state the fact that marijuana should be illegal. Marijuana is a very addictive drug. It can be easily pulled into. Also, it can be easy to get into, meaning that a lot of people like it. People use marijuana to get away from a lot of things, like personal problems. Marijuana is an addictive drug that abuses a lot of things from your body. In one article I read that marijuana is terrible for your mental health. Marijuana may even be worse than cigarettes. Also, some kids use this drug to become cool. A lot of kids nowadays smoke marijuana to get away from something. Sometimes they feel like it can relax your mind, or because it helps them get through the day. Marijuana is an overall bad drug because it affects people's brains. Also, it affects people's education. The effects it has on you are high, hungry, and emotional, and sometimes happy. Heavy marijuana smokers are at risk for some of the same health effects as cigarette smokers, like bronchitis and other respiratory illnesses. Over 800,000 people are arrested for marijuana in the U.S. each year. Marijuana is bad in many cases because people are immune to it. Marijuana is also a bad use because if you're high, you do stupid things, meaning that marijuana affects your personal life. Marijuana needs to be stopped because it causes harm to the earth. When people smoke it, they start to act different. When people act different, it can cause an attitude or emotional reasons. When people smoke weed in the car, that puts a lot of people at risk. Car wrecks, red lights, and so on. Marijuana also causes memory loss, and marijuana should be legalized in all 50 states. I mean illegal.
Overall, marijuana legalization would benefit everybody. It is a safer alternative to some of the most commonly prescribed medicines and alcohol. Marijuana helps and aids lots of medical conditions, including PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, MS, multiple sclerosis, AIDS, cancer, and more. Quite a few states have already legalized the medical aspect, and if more states were to legalize the medical benefits would be more accessible. The use of medical marijuana is prescribed by a physician, so the patient is under a doctor's care and supervision. There are economic benefits as well as medical. If the government were to put taxes on the purchase of marijuana, it would generate a lot of revenue for the nation. The prohibition of marijuana takes away our right to govern what goes into our bodies unless the government has this power. Marijuana is also environmentally safe to grow. It is also the #1 biomass producer in the world. Marijuana also has a high yield when grown. There are still downsides of legalizing marijuana, just like using marijuana can lead to the use of harder drugs, but those people who do them choose to use the stronger drugs and make that choice to use them. And even if we don't legalize marijuana, it will still lead to the use of harder drugs. Another downside is that over 20 million Americans have been arrested for marijuana offenses since 1965. But by legalizing it, people wouldn't be arrested for using marijuana, and there would be time to deal with the more violent, urgent crimes such as kidnapping, abuse, and murder. Based upon our detailed research, we have come to believe that the legalization of marijuana has greater benefits to overall society than